It's a mystery. Well, that's a song, in fact, that was made famous by a brilliant pop star over here in the United Kingdom in the 80s, Toya. Remember her? But it is something of a mystery, a conundrum, whatever you want to call it, exactly how Meghan Markle has ended up doing this. But more importantly now, it appears that certain chums, close friends who have been roped into this, are now asking questions, and many also want answers. Let me explain. Hi, how are you? You all right? Not bad, thank you, yes. Now, did you know, by the way, on this particular day, this particular situation happened? This, yes, rather shocking one in Hyde Park. Let me explain. On this day in 1822, the bronze figure of Achilles, London's first nude statue, was unveiled in Hyde Park. Now you've got to imagine this is 1822. This is shocking. This is up there with influencers and Instagram and everything. It drew large crowds, of course, just for art purposes, naturally, you know, and many apparently of them female. Fascinating to think, isn't it, that people were still shocked even by then. And yes, apparently the royals turned down the opportunity for a public viewing, but apparently they did go for a private viewing later on. Yes, well, we'll just leave that there, shall we? We'll move forward with this particular breaking royal story. Now, what I find fascinating about this, I don't know about you, but when you ask celebrities to do stuff, there's normally two things attached. What is the fee and how long do they have to do? I've sat with many celebrities in my studio who have literally given nothing for their time, said the lines and gone. They don't drink the product, they don't eat the crisps, you know, this sort of thing. They're not bothered, they're just there for the money and of course the advertising and the publicity. So it's fascinating to think, isn't it, now that Meghan's marketing team are basically saying, well, you know, she's had one of the best launches in the world. We told you recently about the problems behind that. And when you think about it, she's really duped quite a lot of people. I mean, there are no products, you know, to buy. And even now, you know, 4 months on or whatever, there's still not 1 million followers on Instagram. That's really not a success, given the fact that she's in the newspapers every single day in one form or another. Seemingly people aren't interested in the lifestyle brand. You understand. But you see, according to a very well-placed source, a lot of the alleged people that receive these 1 to 50 pots of jam and all that sort of stuff, apart from nachos, of course, well, they're asking the question, what was it all for? You see, according to that source, as ever we have to say allegedly, people believed that the product was going to be available to buy. So, you know, they plugged it. Then you went to the website or the order form and you could order the jam. They thought they were doing a good thing. And of course, they were just stunned when they found out that, well, really, it was just pots of jam in lemons and a bit of straw, that sort of stuff. Nothing to buy, really nothing to see. The public couldn't buy it. So now they're wondering, have they been ad? When you think about it, some people might suggest they have. What's even more interesting is that we only know of the few that have been, shall we say, brave enough to publicise it. The jams did go out, but apparently, well, not everybody was too keen to give away their time for free. So some of them are not as daft as they look. But on a more moving point, yes, there's a bit of pressure on now for the team to exactly say the next marketing move over the jams, and indeed whether they'll be asking the same celebrities to help promote the next line of things if they ever come through, i.e. dog biscuits or indeed perfume, makeup, whatever they decide to come up with next. But I think what I find really fascinating is that they went ahead with it. No payment for somebody like Kris Jenner, where the almighty dollar is everything. She must have thought there was something else involved in it. And even she, allegedly, is now asking the pivotal question, what was it all for? Neil Sean, Parliament, London.